Pantheon AI presents the 2025 Bahrain Grand Prix provided significant insights into the performance and dynamics of Formula One teams and their cars. Here's a detailed breakdown of what we learned based on the available information. Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Let's dive into the Bahrain Grand Prix. What a race, right?
Absolutely. McLaren absolutely dominated. Oscar Piastri took pole, led every lap, and snagged the fastest lap. A clean sweep.
Their first win in Bahrain after 22 attempts. That MCL 39 looked incredible, especially with grip and tire management in those hot conditions.
Yeah, it really seemed like they had a clear advantage, but it wasn't all sunshine for McLaren, was it? Lando Norris had a tougher time.
Definitely. He qualified sixth, had a false start penalty, but fought back to third. There are questions about his adaptation to the 2025 car.
Team boss Andrea Stella even said Norris is in a, quote, difficult phase. Minor tweaks needed, apparently. Piastri, on the other hand, seems to be clicking with the car. Championship threat, maybe?
Potentially surpassing Norris as the lead driver. Exciting stuff. And McLaren extended their lead in the Constructors' Championship, right?
That's right. A solid 58 points over Mercedes. Speaking of Mercedes, George Russell had a fantastic race, finishing second.
He did, especially considering all the electronic issues he was battling. Brake-by-wire failure, manual DRS, a glitching dashboard. Amazing he held on.
His tire management was top-notch too, fending off Norris on older softs. But Mercedes overall, they just didn't have the outright pace to challenge McLaren, and their tire allocation put them at a disadvantage.
True, only one medium tire compared to McLaren and Ferrari's two. And what about Kimi Antonelli? How did the rookie fare?
He missed out on points. A suboptimal three-stop strategy left him, quote, confused by the team's calls. He showed pace in practice, but it highlights the learning curve.
Mercedes is still McLaren's closest challenger, but they need more speed to really contend for wins. Russell's consistency is keeping them in the game.
Okay, let's talk about Red Bull. What a disastrous weekend for them.
Absolutely. Verstappen finished sixth, Tsunoda ninth. The RB21's balance was off, struggling with tire temperatures.
Verstappen called it tough. And those pit stop gantry failures? Surprising for a team known for their pit stop efficiency?
Definitely not their finest hour. Verstappen couldn't capitalize, and Tsunoda was hampered by strategy and pit stop issues. No double points finish for them.
Bahrain really exposed Red Bull's fall from grace. The RB21's narrow operating window is a problem. They need to fix these issues quickly.
On to Ferrari. Fourth and fifth isn't bad, but not spectacular, right?
Exactly. Leclerc in fourth, Hamilton in fifth. The new floor upgrade helped Leclerc, but Hamilton struggled with confidence in the faster corners.
He said it was his most useful weekend, learning more about the car. But his driving style isn't fully aligned with the Ferrari yet. More adaptation needed.
Leclerc's drive was praised, but there were comments about him over-pushing, potentially costing tire grip. They need more downforce and grip to close the gap.
Ferrari's still fourth in the constructors' standings. Upgrades are promising, but low fuel traction remains a weakness. Let's talk about Alpine. They finally scored some points.
Yes! Gasly finished seventh, Ocon eighth. A significant improvement. Gasly's qualifying was strong.
Compared to their dismal 2024, the 2025 car showed decent pace, especially in practice. Tire management still needs work, though.
With those points, Alpine are now competitive in that tight midfield battle. Every position counts for prize money. What about the other midfield teams?
Haas scored points with both drivers. Behrman's showing real promise as a rookie. Racing Bulls. Tsunoda's ninth was overshadowed by Hadjar's adaptation to the car.
And Lawson struggled, which is a concern. Williams, Albon showed pace but retired after a collision. Aston Martin had a terrible weekend, Alonso finishing 15th. He's not optimistic about the season.
Ouch. And Kick Sauber. Hülkenberg was disqualified post-race. Bortoleto finished 13th, learning but no points. Bahrain is a tough track, isn't it?
It really is. Secur's mix of demands tests car balance and tire management. High degradation and 3 DRS zones made strategy crucial, favoring teams like McLaren.
McLaren and Ferrari's two medium tires gave them flexibility, while Mercedes was limited. And that mid-race safety car shook things up. hurting teams like Alpine who pitted early.
Speaking of championship implications, Norris is still leading, but Piastri is closing in, and Verstappen is not far behind. McLaren's drivers could split points, which would benefit Verstappen if Red Bull recovers.
McLaren's constructors' lead grew, but the midfield remains tight. Every point matters down there. So what are the key takeaways from Bahrain?
McLaren's dominance isn't guaranteed. Bahrain suited their strengths. Red Bull's issues seem fixable in part, but their car's balance problems could persist. Ferrari and Mercedes need upgrades.
And Alpine's progress is encouraging, but Aston Martin has a long season ahead. The tight midfield means small mistakes can swing results dramatically. All eyes now on Jeddah.
Exactly. Setups will adapt to Jeddah's high-speed layout. It's going to be a completely different race. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Pantheon AI, your information co-pilot.
Because learning shouldn't feel like a full-time job. Take care and see you next time.